Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be reviewing my LTD KH-602 signature guitar. Just to give some introductions on the guitar, I got it about 6 years ago in 2019 at a guitar shop here in Malaysia called Guitar Collection, and they used to be the premier ESP and LTD distributors here in Malaysia. So if you wanted any ESP models or order custom shops or order LTD models, you just had to go through them. Although the distributor has changed to Music Bliss. So at the time I owned two guitars when I started playing, and I played about 3 years at that point. I had this old Strat copy and I had an old Ibanez RG 420 if I can remember correctly. So I was on the lookout for something really nice at the time because I wanted to take my playing to another level. So I was looking around, and at the time my favorite band was Metallica, just like any other beginner. And if you know Metallica and you're a guitarist, you're either a James Hetfield fan or a Kirk Hammett fan. While me personally, I was in the minority. I was a Kirk Hammett fan because I just wanted to learn how to play all his solos, like the Enter Sandman solo, the Creeping Death solo, the Master of Puppets solo, and so forth. And I would say it's one of the biggest influences on my playing at the time. He taught me how to use the pentatonic scale. He just taught me how to play fast and how to be a lead guitarist and just have fun on the guitar. Although you can argue that his playing has stagnated on the past few years, but you cannot deny his ultimate inspiration on so many guitarists around. So just to go over some specs of the guitar, we have a 25.5-inch scale length with a 3-piece maple neck and an outer body. It features a Pau-Ferro fretboard. Although this is an older model, the newer models feature a Makassar ebony fretboard, which is much darker. However, I find that to be less accurate to his ESP models because those ESP models feature rosewood fingerboards. It also has pearl skull and crossbones inlays. This is a make or break for a lot of people. You either love these inlays or you hate them. Personally, I'm okay with them because of the purple sparkle body, so I just chose to live with them because they don't really bother me that much. And it has extra jumbo nickel frets. So after about 6 years of playing, they have worn a bit, although I don't really use this as much of a workhorse. I don't see me refretting this guitar anytime soon. It features 6 of ESP's standard plastic tuners. You can find them on any LTD model, and they're alright. I think they're alright, but you can't really compare them with like Gotoh tuners or anything. It features 2 volume knobs for each of the pickups, and it also features a master tone. And it also features a 3-way toggle switch, so no call splits here. And it features Kirk Hammett's signature EMG bone breaker pickups. And one point I would like to say on this guitar is that I have changed the original Floyd Rose 1000 to a Japanese Gotoh made one. So as this guitar is more catered towards lead playing, the heel at the back is extremely comfortable, and I can reach the 24th fret with almost no effort whatsoever, and it's just smooth and buttery to play up and down the neck. The fretboard edges are also nicely rolled off, and the fret ends are almost balled off in a way. And the neck is just immaculate. It's one of the most comfortable necks I own. It's kind of chunky. It's not the thinnest neck, so if you don't like a fatter neck, I don't think you would like this as a lead player. But for me, I kind of play like Mark Holcomb. I have my thumb resting on top of the fretboard, so my hands kind of grip the fretboard like this, and it's super comfortable to play. And I believe the neck radius is a 12 to 16 inch compound. I could be wrong, but it's really flat. It's nice for lead playing, and up here it's nice for chord playing as well. And overall craftsmanship, I gotta give it an S tier. It's one of the most... I've tried many guitars. I've tried USA guitars, I've tried Japanese guitars, I've tried ESP custom shops, and this one holds up amazingly well, I gotta say. So if you have a chance to get a Korean made LTD, I highly suggest you do so. Although I feel like some of the prices have gone up quite a bit. So at the time of buying this guitar, I spent about 5,200 ringgit, and now it's about 6,000. So the price increase has been a lot, but if you can find this on the used market, I would say just go for it. It's fucking amazing. So the reason why I changed the Floyd Rose bridge to a Gotoh one is because about 6 months ago, I was changing strings on this guitar, and if you own a Floyd Rose bridge, you know that when you change strings, you just have to level out the bridge so it doesn't pull back. And when I put the bar in and pushed it down, the part at where it joined to the bridge just broke. And if you know the Floyd Rose, there's a part where you have to screw in, and the whole mechanism just broke, and I cannot screw in the bar anymore. And although you can find replacement parts for that particular part of the bridge, I decided it was much better to just upgrade the entire thing into a Gotoh, because on my other guitar, the Scott LePage Signature, if you've seen my other videos, I've had extremely good experiences with Gotoh, and I feel that the Japanese workmanship is just way better. Like, the machining is way better on this bridge. And a few points that are a bit more different from the Floyd Rose is that the bar just screws in on its own like this, so you turn it to screw it in. And the range of the fine tuners are much bigger, like way bigger than the Floyd Rose. If you wanted to like screw this in and tune it to E standard and then drop it to D, you can probably do that, but it will probably mess up the whole tuning of your guitar. But that just shows how far the range can go. This guitar flutters way better now, and it's much more stable than the original Floyd Rose 1000. But I would say the Floyd Rose 1000 is quite a good system on its own. It lasted me that 6 years. I was pounding on it, doing whatever I want with it, and it held up quite well. But if you're looking to upgrade, I would highly recommend upgrading to a Gotoh bridge on any Floyd Rose guitar for that matter. I just stand by this Gotoh bridge so much. Bonebreaker pickups. I've compared them to Fishman's, I've compared them to EMG 81s, the original EMGs, and EMG 85s and whatnot, but I feel like the Bonebreaker pickups are much more mid-humpy. The sound is much more mid-humpy. So if you're not careful with the mid knob on your amp, you can get a really cock-wah sound out of them. And since Kirk Hammett is a lead player, this actually works in his favor because it makes you stand out much more in the mix, I would say. And if you use a wah pedal, it's gonna sound even more aggressive. Sadly, I don't have a wah pedal, so I'm not really gonna demo that, and I'm not really a fan of the wah pedal. I'm sorry. Ironic, because I own this guitar. But these pickups are, to me, I feel like they're one-trick ponies. In a way, you can only kind of play metal and lead and rock on them. But one thing with EMGs is that they're extremely consistent. They're really consistent, so you can get the same sound anywhere, and the way they compress leads them to better lead playing and better chucks in a way, because each one of your chucks will be almost equal if you're playing them right. And the lead playing is also extremely consistent with every note popping out, and like even your soft notes will become a bit louder, and it basically compresses the whole signal, so it leads it to much better like slow melodic playing or even fast playing. And overall, I think this guitar is just a one-trick pony. Unlike the Rev Star that I've reviewed previously, this guitar is good at one thing, and it does that thing extremely well. So if you're looking for a good metal guitar or a good lead guitar, I highly recommend this. However, I wouldn't recommend this much for anything else, because if you play anything else on it, it's just gonna sound like an EMG. I'm sorry, if you know the tone of an EMG, it's gonna sound like an EMG. And for the past 6 years that I've owned this, I really enjoyed this guitar, and I don't see myself parting ways with it anytime soon. When I first saw this at a shop, because I was saving up at the time, And he opened the case for me. I was just blown away by the metal flake finish, the sparkle finish. You can see, kind of shows up on the camera here. Like, the camera just does not do this guitar justice, and you really have to go and check it out in person. It's glossed all the way through, and it really looks expensive. It looks expensive, it's gaudy, it's in your face, and I love that. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe, because I'll be making much more content soon. And thank you.